Hi everyone, the Mature Simmer here. Welcome back to Train Simulator and Marias Pass, scenario number 18. This is Leaving Whitefish, part 9. So we're going to continue on from Blackfoot, and then we're going to be doing yard work in the next scenario. Looks like this is going to be medium difficulty, 35 minutes. Okay, morning. Today you'll be heading into the yard at Cutbank and dropping off some freight. Then a switcher crew will gather up some stock, scenario yard work Cutbank, for you to take in part 10. Let's roll. FYI, around the mile marker 1116, the speed will drop to 50 miles per hour for a few miles. Alright, well that's good to know. It's a little bit of a warning. Let's get ourselves going. Again, we've just got to go 15, so I do need to be careful here. Now that says green. I assume that red is for the other line that is the main line. Looks like we've got a train coming. I'm assuming not on our track. Otherwise that'll make it real interesting. He's clearly on the other track now that we're over here. It's a little easier to see. Alright, we appear to be speeding up a bit, so I want to be careful. Because we're not going downhill, but something is giving us some speed, although I guess we are. You can see the cars dropping a little bit. I think once the end of the train gets past that line, then we'll be able to move along. But let's see. So we're just literally going to Cutbank and then dropping some stuff off. So my guess is we're literally just dropping the train and heading through, so maybe it's just medium because of the speed. Alright, well, we're not at 15. Or not going more than 15 at this point. But maybe that signal was the one before we went around the turn. Maybe the end of the train has to get out. There you go. So now we can go to 60 miles an hour. Going Piegan, main 1 west. So speed this up. Now, problem is, I don't know, and maybe, I guess I have seen 4-digit numbers. So 1116, I guess, is the mile marker we're looking for. Don't know where that is going to happen, but hopefully we see it, but my concern is I don't think we will. And then we're going to get hammered with a problem before that, which would not be good. I'd prefer to have a nice, clean run. But sometimes we don't get what we want, right? Looks like we're going to maybe go around to some viaduct there. I'm thinking that's what is kind of appearing. Again, I'm just looking for anything, so there's a signal or a post there, so maybe we'll be able to identify what we've got. Let me slow down a bit, just so 1117. Alright, so just in a mile basically. Because I assume then, so I don't want to go too fast. Let's see if it starts to slow down, but basically it'll be in a little bit, but I'll just stay at 50 because there's not really a reason to be going much faster here. So let's see, if I go at 13, is that going to keep me even, or is that going to speed me up? Because now we are going downhill, so I'm thinking we're going to speed up. Yep. Let's see. That slows us down a bit. So I'm thinking that is 1116 over there. So just doesn't seem to have anything that would tell me that. Yeah, 1116. Oh, now we're slowing down. But it's at 50 for a bit, so I'll just want to keep an eye on that. So we had a pretty good hill. There we go. Now it's 50. So yeah, there really was no warning, so I'm glad he told us that, but not well designed. But I don't think he controls the track and all of that, so I think it said 2 or 3 miles, so we'll probably go for quite a bit before we have anything happening here. Wondering if it's a monument of some sort clearly up on that hill to the right. Looks like a mini Washington monument, but it's an obelisk, I guess, is officially what it would be, right? Alright. So, just 13 pulls us ahead, but right now we're flat, so it seems like we're slowing down, even though it was moving us. It just sounds like we're a lot quieter, so 13 may not pull us ahead long term. Yeah, that's speeding us up, but because if 13 could keep us moving, so yeah, now it's 0.1, but I don't know if it's up or down. It's down, and now we're going down quite a bit, because now it's 1%, so that is a pretty good grade. So let's see, if I do 10, 7, 7 still slows us down. 5 seems to be as well. Let's see. So if I do 2, 4, let's see. Just trying to find something that's reasonable. There we go, that might work. Oh, but now we can go 60, so it was not a terrible long amount that we were down to 50. I assume at this point now we can go 60 the rest of the way, but hopefully I won't be surprised. But yeah, this is a pretty long run just to the first switch. Or is that already our third step? No, this is it's our first step, so. But the other pieces could be really close, so who knows. Although I'm guessing between Piegan and Cut Bank is going to be not quite what one would think, so I'm going to drop to 13 here. Again, it's slowing me down. You can kind of hear the engine backing off. Now we're 0.6. Now we're 0.6 down, so yeah, this will probably still speed up. So I just want to be careful. So about 2.5 miles, half mile to the next signal. let's see. If I go to, say, 10, no, that's too much. Alright, it's green on top, but I'm guessing then, like if we were to switch, we can't switch, so there might be a switch coming up here somewhere. So let's see. We're slowing down more than we'd like. You would think, again, it'll start speeding up, but maybe not. If I do a little bit of power. But yeah, at least if we're moving, you know, around 60, I mean, that's a pretty good clip, honestly. We're eating up these miles pretty well. But yeah, definitely out here in the Great Plains, and just a lot of the same scenery. But I have learned, okay, those are mile markers, those numbers for sure, so that's a good thing to know. I didn't know that for certain. I kind of figured they might be, but sometimes the numbers were so strange, it was like, what's really happening? Alright, so Piegan main 1 west, Piegan main 1 east. It's not showing me that I have to slow down any, so I guess I'll assume I don't. I hope that's correct. Pretty long train. Don't know if we'll still be next to it when we hit the signal, but we'll find out. Nope, not quite, but close. Alright, so that is where we have some changes. Oh wow, 15 miles. Wow, we got a ways to go. So lots of opportunity for stuff to change on us for sure. But just a question of, are we going to be just straight through the plains like this, or something else going to be happening? I do not know. We are going downhill again, so we continue to lose elevation. So, speeding up a bit, that'll work. So I'll do that for a little while. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out this thing here. I'm thinking it's some sort of antenna or something. So it looks like it's connected and then goes up there. So that might be how we get our signals or radio or whatever. But yeah, this is an easy place to just kind of get into a lull, that's for sure. I mean, we're not turning, we're just going straight. Not much to see, but that's kind of what's out here. So yeah, I'm not sure what I just saw on the miles. I thought it was 1,000 something. I didn't think we'd gone that far, but because that would mean we've gone 16 miles from where we slowed down, and we only had like 8 miles, so that doesn't make sense. But it's possible they, you know, do something different with the miles, although we haven't had any tracks come in, because that would be when I'd expect that to happen, is if, you know, another line joined ours, but all we really had was some switchovers. no bottom signal, which I assume means there's no switch anytime soon. So it's just not even gonna, well, it's so far ahead it's probably outside the next block for sure, so it's just not gonna give us any signal at all. Drop down to 13, see if at least I maintain my speed here. Doesn't look like it. Alright, then I guess we'll go back up to 25. Although now I'm trying to figure out, well, we're climbing, so it's actually going to require some more power, but it looks like maybe at that horizon line we'll flatten out or go back down, so yeah, this is a pretty good grade, 0.8, although it looks like it's turning and maybe still continuing up. Put it all the way up, see if I can accelerate. I'm not sure that I can, but yeah, we're still climbing here. Though it seems a little bit less, 0.7. But we've turned a bit, so it's something different. Something has happened, believe it or not. Yeah, this is a steep enough grade. Well, now it looks like we're at least maintaining speed. I was going to say, even at 100%, we're slowing down, so. Which you would think wouldn't necessarily be possible, because at some point then that would mean if I stopped on this grade with this train, I couldn't start again. And maybe that is what happens at times, so I just need to be careful here, because we're now flattening out. So again, you can hear the engine revving back, so it doesn't appear to fall back immediately. It takes some time to do that. Another signal with no secondary signal. So I think we're finally at the power we're set now. We're going by someone's farm. So Cut Bank Creek. I'm assuming we're going to see a creek at some point. Oh, there's a siding there. That farmer's got a little spur to drop off and pick up stuff. That's pretty nice. Whoa, 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 whoa. Suddenly going downhill. Luckily I noticed it before we got yelled at. No, now we're flat again. So it just suddenly went downhill, but okay. No, it's 11:04, so it didn't say 10. I thought it did, but it did not. Yeah, now we're going downhill again. So we'll slow down, although now it looks like we're flattening out again. So just a few little dips here and there. Looks like maybe we're coming up on another one. Visually, yep. I even kind of felt the nose of the locomotive dip down on that one. But I think pretty close here. We're flattening out again. We are. All right. So I was going to say now we're done with the momentum in the back, which is good. Below 9 miles, so we're getting there. But it is a kind of the standard. I'm assuming that road, because it's to our right there, because it's in the fence line, I'm assuming that has to be the railroad's road. Because I don't think, obviously, we'd have just a regular road inside the right-of-way of the tracks. That would seem to be a bit of a safety hazard, because obviously someone could just cut over that little brush pile and suddenly be on the tracks with us. And obviously that would be bad. So this should be 11:03. 11:02. So I guess we went 2 miles and I didn't notice it. Alright, so it is slowing down a bit. So I just want to make sure I'm not speeding. I'm getting so close. I can almost feel it. Got a signal. Looks like this one does have... No, it doesn't. I thought it had a switch signal too, but it does not. There's a car there. I think we're gonna go downhill a bit. I can see it again, but only 0.4, so that's not anything substantial. 11:01. So the next one will be at 1100. So let's see, 11:01, 7 miles. So that should mean like 1094 is where Cutbank Creek Main 1 will be. Another train on the way. Didn't really see it, and then suddenly it's almost upon us, so kind of shows you the visibility, although that could be the game too, just how it renders. So yeah, I forgot again, I don't have my light on. Now I do. You can see it on the side of the train. Alright, 1100. Around mile 1098, speed will drop to 45. Tanks. Alright. So I'm assuming I can get to 1098 without a problem. I would hope it wouldn't slow us down before that. Because I'd like to keep moving along as quick as I can. But obviously there's some danger with doing that with what we've just been told, but because there's, I think, the mile marker, that'll be 1099. Yep. So right about 4 miles. Okay, now I see 50 to 45. Saw it on the other side there. Alright, we're going downhill, so I mean, I could be extra careful and just get down there before I get to 1098, but like I said, I would think, at this point I'm at 48, I don't know, I might as well just slow it down. So now we're at 1.0 on the grade. Alright, well there's 1098, so now we are there, and there it is, 45, so just keep an eye on that and see if it changes, or for the next 4 miles, is that our speed, but I'm thinking it's because of the turns. And we've got the downhill. So all of that blends together, I'm sure, to make it a little bit of a cautious location. Let's see, if I go to 7%, will it stop slowing down as much? Maybe. Do you think there is a Toys R Us in Cut Bank? Dispatch, when will this trip be over? Sigh. So he continues his, they continue their trend of some funny comment in every scenario. Alright, well, we've got a blinking yellow. So I assume we need to be a little bit cautious. Less than 3 miles. But yeah, right now we're staying at 45, so that may be what we do all the way into Cut Bank. Because yeah, it looks like maybe it'll slow down more because our ETA suddenly changed a good amount, 4 or 5 seconds very quickly, although now it's kind of static. Still telling me I'm going downhill. Yeah, now I am speeding up, so I'll just try to be careful. Let's see, 7% was not slowing me down. 10% was, so, or 9% was, so I'm wondering if 8 will be a good compromise. I think that was 1096. And you can hear the squeal on that one. So we're definitely probably at the capacity. So I think shortly after that we run the risk of jumping the track. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of weaving here. I'm sure it's because of the farmland and the right-of-way and so forth that they were able to get. Alright, so if I go to 4, I'll drop it back again so we can speed up a bit. 6%? Nope. 11, 7. So put that arrow out of the windscreen. I didn't even notice it. Sorry if it was bugging you. Okay, cut yard is coming up. You will need to drop the last 7 center beam cars on Cut Bank South 23112 West. Check the switches. There's 3112 West. Oh goodness. Alright, well, I'll worry about it when I get there. Whoops. Glad I came back when I did. Alright. So, town is appearing. Alright, so we'll have to go 35. Now this is confusing because now this gives me a red signal, which probably means I'm in trouble. But it didn't say anything, so I don't know. Okay, I'm assuming we're crossing Cutback Creek. Alright, so this will be 30. Now via Cutback Station. Now we can only go 30. Then we're going to go 15. Alright, Cutback South. 31112 West. So, yeah, alright. So the switches, I think, are okay. Yeah, looks like we're good. Obviously, I've got, you know, a little ways to go, so I go super slow because that will take some time. Otherwise, we're actually going uphill, it looks like. But I think we're slow enough that we're able to get some acceleration even in that case. So there is the station. And then just beyond it, obviously, then we're switching and going down to 15. So we're slowing down now. That'll probably work out pretty well. And we gotta go about half a mile. And then we'll stop. Alrighty. So, going slowly here. But we're all set there. And then I think it's this one. Yep. Now if I exit the train, let's see what we've got here. So, yeah, it looks like the center beam cars, we're going to need to get them on there. So yeah, got a little ways to go. And then we've got to get to the east to stop, so I'm assuming I pull the rest of the train forward. But yeah, at this point we want to, I'm assuming that might be like what we're doing next time. That's probably us moving things around. Alright, so we're not even off the main line yet. And then obviously we want to get off this line, so but yeah, if we obviously didn't go down the right track, that would have been bad. But yeah, at this point, yeah, we're clear. So now we can start to slow down. And then drop the center beam cars. So 362, 760. Okay, 362, 760. Okay, now pull forward and stop on Cut Bank East. Look for your buddy. Alright. So, let's see how this all plays out. Is it pulling? Whoa, 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 whoa. It went, obviously it didn't work because it recoupled. Oh, no, actually I guess it was okay. It won't be if I don't get going, though. So it's those cars back there. We weren't cutting them all off. Okay. So that was what I was confused about. I was thinking no center beam cars were coming with us. Alright, so, and then east. So we'll be right there, so we want to stop there, and then we'll be all set. So, unless I got some yelled at for some signals, I think I did okay. So, let's see. So basically so look for your buddy. What buddy? I'm confused. That's what I mean. It's like, that's too far, so unless I need, well, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Because it's like, do I want the whole train in the yellow? I guess that's probably what they meant about look for your buddy, because, you know, that's probably that person that I need to be stopped for. Alright. So there we go. We've got the timer. I think we're good. Turn my light off because I'm not moving anymore. Not bad, not bad. Feel like I've done well. Hope you feel the same. Let's see what it tells us. Okay, now let the switcher crew gather up the stock you'll need to take with you in leaving Whitefish Part 10. Next up, yard work cut bank. Scenario complete. Alright, so yeah, it didn't give us any. This is the first time I've got nothing. I didn't have the really low percent of discomfort, or so this is as perfect as I've ever done it, but we went 26 miles, so that's pretty long. Thanks for coming along. I'll see you next time.